Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, what do we got for the Taurus collective? And yes, my friends, as you can see, I am in the season spirit. You get to have your cards read by Tarot Reading Taco. So I hope you enjoy the costume. Let's get it going here for Taurus, please. What energies, messages, insights? And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got from my good friends. Let's get this card out nice and quick for Taurus, please. What is happening? Thank you. Okay, cool. So I like this. I know it's hard to see in the background, but that is actually an angel. This guy has some angel wings back there, and there's a lot of themes that I link to this one. It's like very focused. It could represent creating and manifesting. There's a lot of spiritual connotations to it as well. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So we see this individual here has the Vitruvian man on their head. Behind him are those big wings looking at this baby. So notice this does link to guardian angels, guides, spirit team. So for some Tauruses out there, maybe this is a little affirmation for you, or just spirit saying like, hey, we're here, we got your back, we're with you. So that's a really positive energy and message to show up in the front end of a reading. However, notice that this angel is focused on this baby, and symbolism, babies represent new, they represent fertility and abundance. A lot of blessings could be linked with this imagery here. So that focus, for a portion of you, maybe there's a situation that you're putting a lot of your focus on. Maybe there's something you need to focus on a little more. But this to me also links into manifesting in a big way. So just know, in this time for a lot of the Taurus collective, your powers to create and draw things to you, that magnetism, could be heightened when this card is here. So yeah, lots of things. I feel like I could keep talking about this one in depth because there's a lot of little symbolism. But let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. What do we have here for Taurus? Let's get it shuffled up. And yeah, while we shuffle this up and get ready to rock, let's talk about last week's reading. A lot of mystery around communication for one reason or another. The reading was titled An Unexpected Talk, and just know that that energy could still bleed over for a couple weeks. So you might be having conversations that pop up out of nowhere, hear from people you haven't heard from in a while, or just be talking about topics that you don't normally speak about. There was a lot of it showing up in your reading last week, much more chattery than I'm used to seeing for Taurus. Pardon me as my throat starts going. But yeah, let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards for Taurus, please. What is going on in late October? Thank you. Yeah, so the talking that could still be in the mix. The Ace of Cups is a really good way to start, though, so I like this card as a start, as a beginning. For some of you, there could be some strong emotion, which is not a bad thing. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more here for Taurus. Okay, Hanged Man. Something lingering a little bit when this card is chilling here in the center. I mean, it's also watching. Okay, we're going to have to really dig into that one. Let's get one more card out here. What do we got for Taurus late October, please? The deck is being very specific. Okay, so we do have the Sun here, which is the most positive card in the whole entire deck. So I'm cautiously optimistic about what we got going on. Okay, but this Hanged Man in the center, we're going to really need to dig into this for sure. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I like the elements I'm feeling here. I mean, we have a double down of this water energy. I mean, the Hanged Man could represent Scorpio or Virgo. I guess it depends on the reader. But I feel like there's a lot of water here. There's also some fire on the back end. There's two extremely positive cards. There's two major arcana. So there's like themes happening, like little embedded themes going on. I feel cautiously optimistic with this spread, though. It feels different than the other Earth signs for one reason or another. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. So position number one, we're starting here with the Ace of Cups. Now, all aces represent opportunities and offers. They're fresh energy, they're new energy. They do also link into communication, especially this Ace of Cups, emotional offers, emotional communication. They represent how you're feeling. So this is a big card that could just show you what your emotional state's like when we really go in to clarify it. For some of you, maybe you're just feeling things a little deeper than you normally do when this is here. I think of love, I think of care, I think of nurturing when I see this card. It's really beneficial and good. But again, it could just be a conversation. I guess it really depends on what's surrounding it. When it gets to its challenge, when this cup flips upside down, this could be somebody feeling pretty rough. Another thing with all aces, even though they're fresh, even though they're new, they're not guaranteed. So this could represent an energy that's not fully blossomed yet, that's not fully realized. When we see aces and pages, it's kind of limited time only, or it's not guaranteed. So we want to see how this goes, because if you don't meet the universe halfway, I mean, this energy can wither and go away. So there could be certain things that you need to take action towards. I mean, there's no need to overcomplicate it. Like I said, it could just be a conversation of some sort. So we don't need to like throw the whole book at it. But moving to the center, we have the Hanged Man, retracted, pulled back, not doing much, not moving. Now, for a portion of you, I feel like this Hanged Man is looking at this really deep. So for some of you, maybe there's a situation that does have your focus. Remember, we saw here in the very beginning, this guy staring at this creation. Now we have the Hanged Man staring at this Ace of Cups. So there could be certain things that you're scrutinizing in this time, or maybe there is something that you need to take a closer look at when this card is here, because the Hanged Man is retracted and pulled back. It's not making physical action, but it's analytical. This could sometimes represent planning and strategy, but it's someone watching, very similar to the Page of Swords. So maybe there's something you need to watch. Maybe you're watching something. Maybe someone has you under the microscope. It really depends. So we'll want to take a look at this. Some of the other things with this card, it's a card of self-sacrifice. You might be the type of individual where you put the happiness of others ahead of your own, where it's like, I'll take one for the team, or as long as they're good, I'll be okay. It's like giving me that kind of energy. It can also represent stopping something or just not making a move. So I feel like this is the most intriguing card of the spread so far. However, I mean, I don't want to talk too soon. Getting to the back end, we have the Sun, right? And any of you that read out there, you know this is the best card in the deck. Most readers do agree. This is source energy. It's love. It's light, life, love that shines down on us from the universe. It's a universal connection. It's highly spiritual, but it's win-based. It's victorious-based. It's something going like best case scenario. So this is a really good card. Now, some of you could just be linked to Leo. That could be it when we have the Sun here. Another thing that I do link to this card that not a lot of people really speak about is that it could represent revealing, something coming to the surface, because nothing can hide under the rays of the sun. Okay, I mean, you could go in the shade for a little bit, but the sun illuminates all. So I see this, I think of realizations, I think of revelations, I think of information coming to the surface. So we'll see. The only big downside to the sun for me, because even in the reverse, the sun is a good card, I feel like it could be a little too intense, if that makes sense. So like we have this Ace of Cups, we have the Sun. It's like there's all this energetic intensity surrounding this Hanged Man, where it's like, oh, I don't know, what do I do? Do I go towards this fresh new energy? Do I take that? It's like a choice possibly for some of you. I'm getting a lot of things now, Taurus, but I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What's going on for my friends? What is happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ace of Cups. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Ace of Cups time. Let's get it moving. Let's get it moving here. Thank you. King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, holding a goblet, but he is in reverse. Oh no. Okay, I don't mean to sound too ominous, but when the king is in reverse, especially under a really strong emotional card like the Ace of Cups, this is a couple of things to me. Either someone that is like really feeling something in a deep way, or we're seeing emotional spikes. Okay, for a portion of you, there could be things where it's like I feel great about it 1 second, then I don't, or it's like very up and down, hot, cold, and it feels like almost extreme. So I could tell you in this time, Taurus, I mean, you might want to try to tread the middle ground, because there's someone that's feeling both extremes, where it's like 1 second they think the best of it, they think everything's the sun, and then with this King of Cups in reverse, it's like I can't help but feel it. I can't help but feel this way. It's just very spiky. Okay, so I feel like this is a bit of an emotional warning, and I'll give you some of the insight as to why. The King of Cups, as with all kings, represent control of their respective suit. Cups represent emotion, feeling, love, creativity, imagination. So when he's in reverse under a card like this Ace of Cups, I mean, it's just emotionally volatile. So for some of you, whether this is an emotion you need to get off your chest, for a portion of you, there could be something that's bothering you that you should probably communicate to somebody, that you should get off your chest. So don't let things boil underneath the surface. If there's something that's been bothering you, talk to someone about it. I know it's easier said than done, but some of you might need to get something off your chest. Aside from that, I see the emotional spiking, but I don't feel like it ruins the reading whatsoever. For some of you, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you feel like super optimistic, positive about something, and you can't even imagine thinking negative. It's like I can't help the way I feel. But let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. That's just a little bit of a warning there, because we still have a very positive card in this spread. Let's see what the Hanged Man has to say. Then we'll keep it moving over to the Sun. So why is the Hanged Man here? Why is he in the mix? Okay, 10 of Pentacles in the upright now. This is very positive. And Taurus, I'm telling you, there are all the heavy hitters showing up in this week's reading, right? We have some really positive cards here. 10 of Pentacles in the upright. Some of you might just feel very content where you're at. Okay, some of you, like, although we have this emotion, maybe this is someone or something else from the outside, but when I see the Hanged Man and 10 of Pentacles, it's like, no, I'm cool right now. I'm pretty comfortable with where things are right now. This is an energy that doesn't really want to be rushed. It doesn't want to be budged. It's like, no, just let me do this. I don't know why this message is coming through. It's like, let me do this in my own time. But for another portion of you, when I see the Hanged Man and 10 of Pentacles, I mean, there could be some really strong visualizations happening. Okay, so whether it's something that you want, that you're keeping an eye on, I can't get away from that message. Like when we had this in the beginning, now we have the Hanged Man with all this stuff going on. There's someone keeping tabs of something. There's somebody watching something, either that or you're trying to visualize your best possible outcome. Either way, but I do feel like there could be somebody just keeping tabs or watching something for whatever reason. Is it for bad purposes? I'm not necessarily going to say that, but let's just keep moving. I don't want it to get too complicated. I don't want to give too many messages. It does feel nuanced, though. Let's see why the Sun is here. And we'll talk about it more in the recap, of course. Like, the energy in the center just feels content where it's at. So let's see what the Sun has to say. And we'll do our recap. So why is the Sun in the mix? Thank you. Wow. I mean, you can't get much better than this. You really can't. And I already said that we're getting all the heavy hitters. Now we have the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment underneath the Sun. Listen, my friends, I think something huge and massive could be coming your way. And again, this reading wasn't perfect. I mean, if you made it to this point, you know this reading wasn't perfect, because we did have this spiky energy and we have this content energy. The 9 of Cups, it's comfortable, it's welcoming, and there's a certain energy of comfort in this week's spread, which I guess is a good thing, right? The 9 of Cups, wish fulfilled. Okay, so when we see it underneath the Sun, very claimable. When we get these two together, they're peanut butter and jelly, in the good way. It's just almost mind-blowing to me how this energy culminates on the back end. And I will say this for a lot of you, Remember I spoke about visualizing and manifesting a couple of times within this reading? I really think you could start bringing something into fruition in this time. Okay, so just know your end goal, visualize it, make the proper action. I really feel like sky's the limit in regards to something. I'm extremely optimistic. This feels like massive win victory type of energy. And I know in recent weeks I've begun speckles of positive energies within your readings. This is like overwhelmingly good, especially with all this fire on the back end. Like either it's a massive or an explosive one that just pops in just because of the way the energy flows. Like I have this extreme here in the front end, this up, down, up, down, up, down. Then we have this watching and visualizing, and then boom, this energy comes in explosively in a very good way. So again, it's either a massive or an explosive winner victory. I love it. I think it's claimable. I think the energy that you're going to be dealing with this week feels positive to me. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card, Taurus. I like it for the most part. Really good stuff. Position number one, if you kindly look there in the box, we have the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. So maybe for some of you, there's a situation you can't help the way you feel about something. Maybe you're looking at something very optimistic. Overly optimistic is possible as well. I also said some of you might just be feeling something intensely, like feeling something really deep in this time. I'm getting these emotional spikes where it's like I feel fantastic 1 second, then I'm down. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down. This could be someone you're connected to as well, where they're just very moody, very up and down. Moving into the center, we have the Hanged Man with the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, comfortable where I'm at. Don't rush me. I'll do something on my own time. It's just like I'm cool here for now. Another vibe I was picking up here is the watching. So there could be someone that has you under the magnifying glass. Maybe you got someone else under the magnifying glass. Who knows? But this is also visualizing. This is my goal. This is my end goal, and I will have it. Moving to the back end, we have the Sun with the Nine of Cups, one of the best alignments you could have in the whole deck. Massive, explosive victory type of energy where it's like, I think about it, I visualize it, it happens. I think about it, visualize it, take action, it happens. There's like a really strong magnetism. So I feel for a lot of you, there's a lot that you could really manifest and create in this time. Very claimable, especially on the back end. So please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I love it. I think it's awesome. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you'd like, you could check out channel memberships. If you've made it to this point in the reading, I'll leave a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. They're the ones that help me pick out my costumes this year. So thank you very much, my friends. Let's get it going. What's in the shadows for my good friends? Oh, okay, I'll take it. King of Swords, and I've been getting this like King, Queen of Swords energy in all the earth signs. Very smart, very strategic, extremely intelligent type of energy. So in this time, I feel like there could be situations where it's like, no, listen, you're seeing it clear. You know what it is. This is a highly logical, no games, no messing around type of vibe. The King of Swords is very strategic. It is a plan-based type of energy as well. And Taurus is a fixed earth sign. I mean, generally, you're not the type to really be rushing into things and like taking risks that are unnecessary. This King of Swords is asking you to plan something properly. Okay, so I know if you're going through anything that's a little complex or anything that is spiky, it's Spirit saying like, listen, just plan it. If you plan it properly, it'll be a success. If you plan for it properly, follow the steps, it'll be a success. This is good. Now, the only challenge with the King of Swords, if you're not connected to an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for a portion of you, this can be a cold type of energy, where someone's like a little too truthful, a little too straightforward, and it's a little mean. So if you're dealing with any individuals that are acting very cold, Spirit could be telling you like, hey, just watch out for that vibe. So yeah, Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details. The October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.